Thank you very much, Puleng. Professor Peterson, Vice-Chancellor of the University of the Free State, the staff of the University of the Free State, honored graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Thank you very much for the invitation to address such a prestigious gathering today. It is really a great honor for me. It is also a great privilege to be in a room surrounded by teachers, working at all levels of the education system. The passion for education is tangible in this room. Evidence is the dedication that you have shown in investing in your own learning and in achieving the milestone that we celebrate today. Once a teacher, always a teacher. That's my belief. Even though one's career pathway may take one through and beyond the classroom. While my own career in education and many other educators traverse a range of education spaces, including classrooms, lecture rooms, and boardrooms, the greatest satisfaction in all these spaces is the interaction that they've allowed with people and the opportunities that they have availed to make some contribution to the growth and the development of others. Teaching is a service profession. We teach so that others may grow and develop to their full potential. Self-improvement is an important enabler in our work to empower others. As teachers, we are tasked to be lifelong learners. Your commitment to your own learning through undertaking programs such as the National Professional Diploma in Education and the Advanced Certificate in Teaching is to be applauded. It's not easy to balance commitment to a teaching role and to a study role at the same time, especially given the sometimes difficult conditions under which teaching is expected to take place. Your presence here today is an indication that you've been able to successfully balance these roles, and we heartily congratulate you for doing so. I'm sure that many of you will go even further in your study journeys, and I'm sure that there are a good many future doctoral graduates sitting in the audience today. The renowned Brazilian pedagogue and philosopher, Paulo Freire, exhorts us as teachers to read the word, but more importantly, to read the world, and to develop that ability in those we teach. We have to be aware of the waves of change that are playing themselves out around us, how we as teachers relate to them, how the subjects we teach relate to them, and how our learners and our students must relate to them. There are multiple waves of change that must be at the forefront of our thinking and our consciousness as teachers at present. And I want to focus quickly on just three that I believe are critically important at this juncture: social change, climate change, technological change. The South African social change project is still underway. It's a work in progress. We are yet a young, some say adolescent democracy, going through several growing pains. We have to work actively as teachers against the range of injustices that still continue to prevail 25 years after the demise of the apartheid state. As teachers, we have to contribute to building a socially just society. My personal view is that teaching has to take a stand. Teaching cannot be neutral. Teaching is either for something or it's against something. What can we do as teachers to eradicate the scourge of violence against women and children? How do we ensure our schools and education institutions are safe places, intellectual spaces, spaces to explore and grow? How do we as teachers counter the racist and the xenophobic narratives and practices that are on the rise across all sectors of society? Teachers are called to be social change activists who must contribute to building the South Africa we all dream of. Climate change is not a fallacy. I'm sure that all reasonable thinking people would agree with this statement. In South Africa and in Africa, the reality is staring us in the face on a daily basis. It is therefore mind-boggling that we still have detractors who question this, and powerful leaders and countries who hesitate to commit to and to work for sustainable development. They are putting our very existence at risk. The signs are all around us, visible to all, except those who choose not to see. Global average temperatures are on the rise, ice caps are melting, sea levels are rising, increasing water scarcity. In the Eastern Cape, it is day 0 today, and it's going to be day 0 tomorrow. Food shortages, natural disasters such as runaway fires on the one hand, massive flooding on the other. Last year, we experienced severe droughts. This year, we are experiencing severe floods and cyclones. The list goes on. We cannot continue to live in ways that are exerting enormous pressure on this natural world and that are leading to the climate change and its multiple effects that we are already experiencing. As teachers, we have to integrate the theme of sustainable development through all our curricula and our teaching. Our children have to be better at looking after the earth than we are. As teachers, we are called to be sustainable development activists. Throughout the history of humankind, we have had to deal with technological change. I think it can be said that humankind are the dominant species because of our ability to change. But up to now, change has been evolutionary rather than revolutionary. The change we are faced with now is much more rapid, much more far-reaching, much more intense, much more exponential. Think of how rapidly we've moved from dial-type telephones to the smart cell phones you have in your pockets today. There are no doubt many more sophisticated examples we can think of. Machines are integrating into every aspect of our lives. Every aspect of life is changing, teaching and learning included. Digital pedagogies, not so long ago, the preserve of the innovative teacher, is now a fundamental requirement of every teacher. We've always known that teachers cannot simply be conveyors of information. Computers can do that. Robots can do that. The internet can do that. In an era of rapid technological change, teachers have to be more than robots, more than the internet. We need teachers who are empathetic, teachers who care, teachers who can instill values, teachers who can work in and with digital environments, teachers who can help develop lifelong, autonomous, self-directed learners. Who can help to develop learners who can operate effectively in a cyber-social society. I can't see a day in the future when us as teachers will be replaced by robots, if we can be those kind of teachers. If we can't, then the robots are coming. As teachers, we are called to be at the forefront of technological change in the teaching and learning arena. I'm sure that we have many amongst our graduates today that are the social change activists, the sustainable development activists, and the technologically capable teachers who are working actively to take our country forward. We salute you and wish you well on your further teaching and learning journeys, along which we have no doubt you will continue to contribute immensely to the development and success of learners in your care. Thank you.